kings and queens, what's good? It's your girl, BlakkMomba. Did you miss me? I know it's been a hot minute since you last heard from me. This last surgery was hell, and I promised that I needed every last ounce of energy going towards my recovery. But I'm back, and I got you something baked fresh, something that is hot and ready to feed your spirit. On tonight's episode, I'm tapping in with DaTunnel Radio, an online radio show that highlights underground music artists and producers. DaTunnel, along with its DJ and DJing, have been instrumental to my recovery mentally. When you love music as much as I do, it can be a conduit for healing. And best believe, healing energy can always be found in DaTunnel. I want to thank you so much in advance for tuning in wherever you are in the world. I am so blessed to have your ear. So, sit back, relax, and jump down this rabbit hole with me as I build with DJ Grands and DJing. We in the tunnel on music and life. Oh, and the culture, whatever that means. Let's go.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Jason. I never get to call you Jason. How you doing, sir?
Mom in the building. No, that's what's up, man. Nah, definitely, we were supposed to do this last week, so it's good. I think last week, the week before, last month, last year, we were supposed to do it for a minute.
You know what? That's how it is when you talk about doing something. I find myself trying to be more intentional in this season of my life. When I tell somebody, I'm going to call you, we going to get lunch, and it never happens because nobody is intentional. You have good intentions, but you're not intentional with your intentions. So if I say we going to do this, I need to know, okay, well, when's a good day for you? Let's go ahead and get it in the books right now and let's get it done and just following through because life be lifing.
Yeah, facts, man. Facts.
But yeah, I'm gonna move into, whatever, and we just go from there. If you're ready, I'm ready.
Let's get it.
Tonight, I am connecting and building with one of two of the hottest underground music DJs, DJ Grands, host of the DaTunnel Radio Show, where you can listen to and review the dopest underground music artists from all over the world. I was blessed to find them through a random virtual connection on Facebook and have been rocking with them ever since. The DaTunnel Radio is definitely for the culture, no lies told. They offer you an alternative to mainstream trends in music and is doing its part to make music great again. So go check them out. We'll have links available. DJ Grands is going to tell you everything you need to know about the DaTunnel Radio. And
well, dang, I can't follow that. You just told them everything they need to know. I ain't got nothing to say after that.
We got links. We got to know where we can listen to you at, when, where, definitely. How, all that good stuff. So you know that better than I do. I just know where to tune in.
Word up.
When to be ready. So I know all that, but it's all love. So what's up? This is one of two DJ Grands. We have a DJing. We in the tunnel, his beautiful wife and second half, which you guys, I'm going to tell you this. Mm-hmm. Y'all need each other. Like, you guys are so
it's
amazing.
It's not the same. Like, if she ain't live with me, it's not the same.
It is not.
It's like I'm talking to them, and vice versa.
I love how you guys build off each other. Y'all energy is hype. Y'all are funny. I never hear any disagreements. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And even when y'all do something funny or she fussing at you or you say something to her slick or whatever, y'all play that stuff off and it come off so naturally. Tell me about the concept for the DaTunnel Radio, how that came about. Yeah, talk to me. Tell me about the inception.
Well, yeah, so about, I think in 2019, I seen this dude on, I forgot what social media app, but he was like at a radio station and he was like, yo, I'll play your song and I'll review it. And I was like, so I watched it. And when I was watching, I heard him reviewing the songs and, I made music at that time. So I heard him reviewing the songs and I didn't really agree with everything he was saying, because I felt like he was reviewing it for the artist to fit into a specific box. But the artist, he don't have to limit himself to that box. And I felt like, I was like, damn, I should start something for artists since I don't rap no more. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not rapping no more, but I still got a crazy musical mind. That's all I do is build about music all day anyway. All I do is what I'm doing right now. Like what you see me do when we live, I've been doing that my whole life. Just bigging people up, networking with rappers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Tell me then your relationship with music. And you just told me how you became one of the DJs of the most meaningful, I like to think, meaningful underground music radio shows online. I promise, and I don't say that lightly. I give y'all my energy when I can consistently, and that says a lot. Because I love music. Music is a big part of my life. It helps me. It helps me heal. It brings me joy. It brings me peace. It helps me sleep. It plays a major, big role in different aspects of my life. So tell me why underground music, your love for it.
Oh, man, that's just, I feel like I grew up that way. Like, you know what I mean? For lack of a better word, I was probably like a prodigy or something. I started rapping when I was like 10 or 11. You know, my older cousin, he rapped, and I was like, damn, he was only 2 years older than me. So I heard him rap, and I was like, oh shit, we could just rap. You know what I mean? Like, I thought you had to go to college to be a rapper. You know what I mean?
That's amazing. So, imagine that.
Yeah, man. But I ain't know. You know what I mean? This was like 1989, 1990.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Music
93 and
different.
all that. Yeah, there was no internet, so it was no way for me to know how to be a rapper. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I heard him rapping, and then I just I started listening. Like, I just started listening for a long time before I started rapping. Like, and when I say a long time, it's probably like a year, 2 years. And I just started studying. Like, I read the lyrics. You know, back then the CD came with the lyrics, so I used to listen to the song and read the lyrics. So
you remember the cassette tapes, dude, and putting paper tape over it and recording over stuff, and you have to rewind and write it down.
Yeah.
Remember, you had to I had to stop, rewind. What did he say? Stop, rewind, write it down so you can learn the song. Oh man, those was the days. Those was the days. Now you can just look on your TV and the words pop up for you.
Yeah, exactly. But it's different now, though. It's not the same, though. The music ain't made for the same reason now. You know what I mean? So that's why the underground. You said why the underground, because that's where the real shit at. That's where the raw shit at. That's where the good music at. You got to water it down to make it, because that other music has to appeal to multiple audiences. It don't just have to appeal to a hip hop audience. It got to appeal to a pop audience. So what makes a rapper good enough to sell 1 million records, it's not necessarily his ability to write raps. It might be the way he sounds when he records it, or it might be how he looks, or who his girlfriend is, or what nigga he shot, or how many times he got shot, or how many years he did in prison. Like, it don't have nothing to do with his ability to make the music. In the underground, if a nigga think you nice in the underground, it's because you nice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
His bars is based on technical difficulties, like you know, judging the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly.
You get a negative points taken off of this or points added for that. Whereas, like you said, with mainstream music, hell, are people even writing these songs? Where are the people that are creating this beautiful music? And why does it have to be somebody that looks a certain way, talks a certain way, acts a certain way? And I'm sure we both can agree that it's to push a narrative and how music has been used generationally to suppress and degrade and continue to keep people stuck, because music is spiritual.
It's been weaponized against the people that created it. And the youth, you already know the people who listening to it, they go to the music anyway. So like, the music ain't telling them nothing or leading them in no direction, but they still go to the music for direction. And you know what I'm saying? They wearing with the nigga that, what he's saying in the song, that's what they doing. They imitating the music.
Right. I don't mean to take us off tangent real quick, but Andre 3000 just dropped his instrumental album. I listened to the project last night, and I haven't researched, but it is said to have been, recorded at a healing frequency. And when I say my mind was blown, just the first track alone, oh my God, you can visualize music from that. I just went down so many different wormholes in terms of that, and people are arguing, well, why is this considered a hip hop album if he's doing
It's not. And that's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Labeling and boxing him in
Take the words out of my
people
mouth.
don't want to grow, and I hate that. I hate that for music. For acting, you know, I can see it. You know, it's hard to Denzel crossed over and played like a villain in Training Day, and he played it perfectly. Not everybody can do that. That's like watching Robin Williams play a serial killer. I think it was in that one movie where you used to see him being funny and Mrs. Doubtfire, and he's a comedian, but it didn't really cross over well. The energy didn't cross over well. Creativity like that, that's art. I find music to be just like painting. It is in the eye of the beholder because it can affect people different ways, you know?
Facts. They painting pictures with exactly, man. Facts.
For sure.
That's a fact.
And that goes back to music and the community and the culture and how it's been weaponized when we have 5-year-old girls that know Ski-Wee and Pound Town and stuff like that.
And we think it's funny.
And we think it's
that's
cute.
funny.
We think it's cute. And there's nothing cute about that when we want our children to be kids. Let kids be kids. But how can kids be kids when we are doing everything to ensure that they're doing everything adults do? Dress, talk, act, behave, and they don't even have the mental capacity and rationale to even understand what they're doing. All they're doing is what they see. All they're doing is what they see, and it's reinforced in our music, in our media, in our entertainment. So definitely music and its effect on the culture. Great conversation to always build upon, I think, and how important underground music is to the mainstream trends that's pushed on us constantly. So I appreciate the Tunnel Radio because I am hearing and have connected with a lot of dope minds that hasn't been taken over by the industry machine. You know, that thinks for themselves, for themselves.
They create some fire.
Some fire for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beautiful thing. And I think that's the beautiful thing definitely about the Tunnel Radio. Tell me, how often do you listen to music? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I listen to music all day.
Like all day? Like me? Like music constantly plays in this house.
And when in the house, in the car, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm the Uber nigga of the year out here in the streets. Part of my language, I don't know if I can curse and say words like that. But I listen to the Tunnel Radio on iHeart Radio while I'm picking people up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm listening to the shit.
That's a great way to promote. And you got
and it's also a great way for me to actually really have a connection with the songs and with the artists when I'm live. Like I'm not capping, I'm not fronting. When I'm shouting them out, I'm quoting their song, where they from. It's hard to remember that many people's name, location, song, lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Unless you actually listening to it every damn day.
Right.
So, you know, I'm putting like the same energy I put into writing rhymes my whole life. I'm putting it into the Tunnel Radio, and that's why I be saying I don't rap no more, because I don't want to disrespect the craft. Like when I rapped, I was dead nice, you know, and I really was serious about it. So, and I understand what it means to be serious about it, and I'm not no more. Like I'm not trying to prove nothing to nobody. I feel like I proved everything I needed to prove. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm trying to I'm putting the same energy that I put into writing rhymes into the Tunnel Radio for the culture, for the artists, and I'm letting them be heard the way they want to be heard and trying to build something with them, for them. And I'm like, nigga, I don't even rap. Let's get, I'm about to cry. Underground. You know what I mean? The Tunnel was an underground passageway. And I didn't even know that when I named it that. Something just drew me to call it the Tunnel Radio, because I was going to call it Ready Rock TV. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, nah, let's make this shit, you know what I'm saying, a radio show. Right. And I didn't even know about review shows back then. So that's why I keep saying that we're not a review show. Because when we started this, I didn't even know about them. And the only reason I went to Facebook to do it is because I only knew a certain amount of underground rappers. I knew like 20. So I'm like, you know, not like 15. So I was like, I can't just play their song every damn time I do a show.
That's like
so I went to
you and me both. I mean, my relationship with social media had to completely change when I jumped down this rabbit hole of podcasting. I was just casual Facebook user. I wasn't in professional mode. I didn't know anything about professional mode. I never knew the things that I were liking and clicking and sharing actually had effect on a content creator.
I ain't know none of that either.
And it's amazing now that I do know and my eyes are open to both sides of the spectrum. Like, I haven't operated on my personal page and I don't know how long because it's changed my viewpoint. I hate social media. I absolutely loathe social media. My 24-year-old daughter told me social media, if not already, is going to be the death of us. And I truly believe that we make these connections every day.
It is already, right.
We say good morning. We say good night. We're sharing all this different stuff, but nobody is really connecting. Don't nobody know how to connect with people. It's like, it should be like Kool-Aid. You add water and stir. You see how easy it is? We don't know each other like that. We just connected. But energy is everything. And you can't dress it up, can't fake the funk. When you know good people, you know good people. All it takes is cultivation. If you put the time and energy to cultivate relationships, that's why you can network and collaborate and connect and build with like minds and like artists. But there's a disconnect because people don't know how to do those things because they themselves don't know how to act. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to network. They don't know how to be professional. And they just don't know how to be authentically themselves. And I think that's a big issue.
I think that's another thing I want to like you. Everything you said was 100, yo. And that's something, you know what I'm saying, I want to try to like help with, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that just stems from them not being 100% confident in what they're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when you're not confident in what you created, then you don't really know how to present it to the world and you don't know how to socialize about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or just like our relationship to social media. When I first jumped in professional mode, I was looking to see how other people were doing things and trying to mimic what other people were doing. And I learned real quick, this is not me. This is not how I want to be doing things. I'm going to do things my way.
I don't watch nobody.
The way that I want to.
I don't watch nobody no more.
People either go get information, relocate, or they're going to move around. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you can't, you have to know for thyself. You have to trust, and that's discerning energy. Once again, coming back to the type of people that you interacting with, connecting with, trying to build with. If they ain't on shit, you're not going to be on shit with them either. Quality people, quality interactions, you know, quality connections, you know how to just be and be confident within yourself. Know that you are enough. Your authentic self is enough and represent that. People appreciate authenticity, but people don't know how to recognize it anymore because everybody is looking for the motive.
Everybody's trying to be something, man. I noticed that shit. Most people trying to be something, you know, or they want to be something. So most people don't know how to recognize when somebody just is what they is. Like this is just what it is. Like, I'm not trying to be this.
They can't believe in themselves enough to believe in somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you trying to be something.
Then we in the tunnel. She welcome to get in here in this conversation with us if she want to. Hi.
Let's go. We in the tunnel.
I was here, but I don't know. I thought, it's just for
you thought
you
it was like just the interview.
No, I would, you know what? I would love to have you here too, but you've always been so shy.
Oh, thank you. I'm very shy.
Girl, boo, when you get on that radio show, The Devil Is a Lie, wouldn't nobody know? Nobody know?
Because it's easy, man. We really
when you do what you love. When you do, it comes easy to you.
The way we talk, the way we communicate with each other, that's how we talk to each other in real life. Like, that shit is just all genuine, other than me, like, projecting my voice, Black Mom in the building, like, other than me doing shit like that.
That's a DJ. That's your job, is to hype people up. You were doing it live, and, there's people drinking or dancing and whatever else. It's your job to keep them engaged and to keep them hype and to keep that elevated mood for the music. The music is spiritual. I definitely believe that.
Big facts, yeah.
And people know that too. That's why we got drill. That's why, we got all different kinds of music. We know what people are doing. They ain't listening to Beethoven when they own some dirt,
You gotta know
you listen to music for everything. I listen to all different types of music work out, to clean, to work with, everything, all different types of music. I need it.
Because it's powerful. We know how powerful music is. I mean, it's in our DNA, even from our ancestors to the earliest of times when we didn't have nothing but a beat, something to drum on. You know, we know how bass is big in my life. Bass line, like it does something to my soul. Drums do something to my soul. It's like a call from the ancestors or something.
Yeah, it is though. I'm very spiritual, but it definitely is. It starts
if
with
you pay attention to the right songs, you can get goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? You feel you're affected by that shit. Well, you might cry if you pay attention to it.
Sometimes you don't even need words though.
Tell me what songs you got on repeat and what song, moves you to goosebumps, moves you to tears, brings you a visceral emotional reaction. What kind of music does that to you?
For me, I would say it's always heartfelt stories, obviously, like R&B stories for me, because I'm just an emotional person. I'm very spiritual, and like I literally let the songs move me. And there's some songs that just hits the soul, and it's just the way they sound and how they're saying it, and I can relate to it. It's just that to me, it just does something to me. And for me, it's more R&B than anything because it's more emotional for me.
Yeah, I got some roots reggae, you know what I mean? Like some Bob Marley's like war. Fuck, it's Michael Jackson joints.
Yeah.
That had me about the, you know what I mean? A couple of Michael Jackson joints. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because I can see him because like I said, I make music too. So I listen to music different. Like I'm seeing you know what I mean? I'm thinking he wrote that, he recorded that. And I could hear him recording it in the song. And that's crazy. Like, I don't think he get enough credit for that. Like, he get credit for dancing and shit. Right. But, like, you can hear him record the song.
It would be amazing to, like, be a fly on the wall in that studio session just to see the process and the passion.
If you listen to him hard enough, though, you can see him. Like, if you really be, you know what I mean, in that type of zone, you can hear him kicking.
It's always
stomping the floor and shit.
Yeah, he paints a picture for you all the time. Yeah. Every song he has, you can listen to all his words that touch you. It's always a story.
I listen to music from the standpoint of the nigga behind the microphone, because I be behind the microphone.
Different points of views. Even the creator of the song, Michael Jackson, probably would not have looked at it the same way you looked at it, depending on how personal it was to him. And I know one song that off the top of my head right now that gives me goosebumps, brings me to tears, is Angela Winbush's Angel. That woman, you can feel her spirit move when she recorded that song. Oh my gosh, it's so beautifully made. And you can hear the passion. You can see it. It's like, oh my gosh, you can feel it in the air. I want to know, who was she talking about? Who made you feel that way? And what a blessing, it was to feel that way. Because even though I can talk about things from a point of view or perspective, I may not have to go through a situation in order to talk about it. Like they say, just because I post it don't mean I'm going through it. That's called empathy. But at the same time, your art, to be able to dive deep into emotion and pull it out and then add, a melody, I think it's creative genius. And then to be able to do it multiple ways, to me, is shows your creative geniuses, which is why I appreciate Andre's album. Because it
I like it too. I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it. I love it. It's meditative.
What I mean by I don't like it is, like, I ain't listened to the whole thing.
Man.
But that first song, when I was listening to it, then I read, you know what I mean, that long ass thing that come with it. I was like, okay, like, he not saying, you know what I mean? This ain't no rap album.
This
is him making a different genre of music. He's an artist. And I think that, right now, rap music ain't even really like being produced on the mainstream level anyway. So they're making a different type of music anyway. So why y'all not limited in the type of music y'all make? Like, y'all got singers and y'all calling them rappers. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all not limited in the way y'all making music, but this nigga want to make something of it in rap? And y'all like, yo, that shit whack, bro. Like, nah, fuck that. You ain't got to buy it, but why you shitting on it? Like, why you got to publicly shit on them? Like,
because those are the same minds that aren't listening to anything different. What people fail to understand, they seek to control. And if they can't control it, what do they do next? They destroy it. They attempt to destroy it and shit on it and slander it, all because they can't understand it or control it for themselves. And that makes them feel a way. You know, it has to be such a boring existence to only want to listen to one genre of music.
Right.
Music is universal.
Right.
It's no
That's
different
true.
than being able to go to church or be a missionary and go visit a foreign land where you don't know the language, but you can go into that church and you can hear worship music and everybody can worship and fellowship on the same level through music because the spirit moves through music. So, you don't have no spirit. To me, you ain't got no real spirit for music. You can't call yourself a music head if you don't love music.
Right.
Right.
Tell me what crazy song people would judge you for liking. You wouldn't tell nobody or don't share or would laugh or think you crazy. What's that song?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Tell you something real quick. Niggas would be like, oh shit, you listen to that type of shit?
You listen
I
to
tell you a couple of artists, matter of fact. I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They got a song called Californication or Water Under the Bridge or something like that.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. I fuck with Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle.
That's what I say when I need to go get waxed. That's what I tell my lady when she go wax me. Welcome to the jungle.
Word up. And another one, man. There's another one.
Wow.
Oh, there's a country song. I'm waiting up. I'm sitting on the cell on the inside, waiting on my wife on the outside. Some shit. Nigga was locked up and he waiting for his girl to get him out of prison and shit.
Black artists are making big moves in country music here, especially in Nashville. They have a collective of artists down here. I need to research and do more about. I know our song here, my kids, like a song that we would have to listen to on the way to school that just hyped them up, and they each had their instrument that they airplayed on the way to school. Or even still, we could be at the light somewhere and we just rocking out is System of a Down, Toxicity. That is a family favorite song of all of my girls. My girls love that song. I introduced them to it, and it's super dope. It's super punkish grunge. What is this? I'm not sure, but definitely a different genre of music that people are not used to seeing Black women rocking out and listen to. You look over and you see a Black woman here rocking, y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Why? Music is music. I can't listen to music like this. Why?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's why people don't like the Andre 3000 album, because it wasn't,
they don't understand it.
It wasn't Black enough.
Not even, I just think they don't have the capacity for critical thinking, because anybody who can sit back and relax and close their eyes.
You go to sleep to it. You ain't got to dance to it.
Yeah, but nowadays, that's all you hear. That's all you hear on the radio is music that just makes you want to dance. You don't even hear the words anymore. All you hear is just the beat playing and people dancing to it. They selling their own soul with what they saying. And you can't even hear them. And people can't appreciate good music anymore.
They listen to it for a different reason. Like I said, it's mostly dance music that they used to listen to. Or, people who fans of Andre 3000 because he got bars. They wanted to hear him drop some bars too. They didn't just want to hear some bullshit. But at the same time, he ain't a rapper. He said he's 48, he almost 50, and he like, what the hell I'm a rapper about? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to rap about.
I think you can rap forever. I don't think that's it. I just think there's transformation. There's transmutation, that there's elevation, that
you still
there's
making
growth.
Music.
Exactly.
Yeah, music is not rap. They think that rap artists got to stay rap all the time.
Yeah, they can't.
They free to make music.
Do it.
Yeah, they can make music. Some rock and roll shit.
And does that make you an artist? Does that really make you an artist? That would be my thing, because an artist can take different mediums and create something great, with it.
And reach different people. Now he crossing over, he gonna reach more people through his music. Smart. And then those people might start listening to his raps. Right. And be like, oh shit, he can rap too.
It's like I promote my nephew all the time. And I encourage him because he created a whole anime-based album, which is, I think the genre now is called Jersey Club music, is a specific genre of this music, but it has the anime beats and he's rapping to that kind of style of beat. And to create rock music or R&B music or, you know, to mimic and to pick up any style and run with it and create it yourself. I find that to be genius, that you don't limit yourself, that when you are an artist and you can create music, actually a creator of music, then you know, you are a rapper, but are you an artist? You can do all kinds of different things. Just get creative. Think outside the box. Stop giving me the same thing over and over. Stop talking about the same thing over and over. I'm going to need you to go live some life. Have some experiences.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Outside
but
of the hood.
Most rappers talk about what they feel like they have to talk about. You know, some niggas
To
think,
stay
oh, they ain't gonna listen
relevant.
to me if I say this and shit. But once again, they got to do, it's different. Like most of them is imitating something that existed before them, and they don't understand the concept of being the first one to be you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, be the
I
first
like
of your
that.
kind. Like,
That's
you
a
don't gotta
Facebook
be,
post right there. The first one to be you.
See what I'm saying? I'm gonna put that on Facebook.
Right, because there's only one you. There's no duplicate. There's no doppelganger. There's no. You are the original cookie. It don't get no better
at
than
being you than you. You know what I'm saying? You might not be better than that nigga at being him, but you can be you better than he could be you.
Right.
So be real good at being you.
So what does it really come down to? It comes down to self-esteem and confidence and how you feel about yourself. Because when you're safe and secure and you know who you are, it wouldn't be nothing nobody could tell me about what I do, when I do it, how I do it, you know? Because if you don't like it, hey, you don't have to listen to it. But that comes back to, why do you do this? Is it because you want to be known? You want to be famous? Why do you do this? Remember, why are you passionate about this? When you were writing, if you was in a jail cell or in prison and you was sitting here writing to release, to purge the pain of trauma that you living with every day, or, you know, I can only imagine being locked behind bars, no support system, nobody sending you that sweet and salty pack, nobody putting money on your books, you know what I'm saying? Nobody visiting, nobody writing, you know, you're stuck, you're forgotten about because life is moving on without you on the outside world. There is power in pen and paper. Why did you do this shit in the first place? And then to come out and then take your craft and your art and turn it into something to share with everybody, but then just leave yourself there stuck. Where's your growth?
That's the difference between the underground and the above ground shit. Is that the above ground shit, they don't make good music and good art. They make products. They make good products.
Amen.
So they want to make the song that's going to sell the most.
The song that's going to sell deodorant. The song that goes good with selling soda pop. The song that goes good with I'm loving it. That McDonald's chicken nugget.
The criteria, but the criteria that makes Drake good in the above ground scene, it's a different criteria in the underground scene, because it's not about making the product. It's about making the good music. We're going to buy it because it's a good song. It's a good album.
It's a good song.
I want to hear that.
Right.
I want to hear the other songs.
People hate on Drake, but I love Drake. I love Drake.
Huh?
I love Drake. I don't hate.
I his own, you know.
I love
he
only because
make my stomach hurt a little bit.
Not all of his music I don't appreciate, but when I sit and listen to some, especially more of his R&B shit, like Redemption or Wu-Tang Forever, you know, there's just some joints where he has it.
I always said that. I always said that I like him singing. I don't like him rapping.
Nah, yeah. How you get bodied by a singing nigga? You know what I'm saying? By an R&B nigga, you know. But it's good that, you know, he's able to, you know, cross over like that, or people, you know, make fun of him because he was acting and was in Degrassi, and just goes to show you how art is an art form. He picked up the art. He's an artist, I like to think, because you see how he attaches himself to everybody. He going on tour with who, of all people? J. Cole? Come on now.
Yeah,
Sexy Red. He did a song with Sexy Red. He's marketing. You know what I'm saying? It's money. You know, everybody trying to be on their Jay-Z shit. You know,
that's what I'm saying. It's more about that. It's about how many albums you sold. But you know, Soulja Boy sold a lot. He made a lot of money making music too. But nobody would argue that. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have an argument in the underground as whether or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It'd be a different conversation. He wouldn't be in certain conversations with rappers.
Right. Definitely.
It's different genres. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about mainstream music and its effect on the culture?
I think that it had a horrible effect on the culture. Horrible effect.
Because of what they're pushing.
But not just that. In the underground, you know, it's important for the underground to exist. Like, we used to have mixtapes and all that. And we used to care more about what the mainstream rapper sounded like on a mixtape than we cared about how he sounded on his song that had 1 million.
Right.
You know what I mean? That went platinum.
Right.
His song that went platinum. We don't care about that song. We care about
it was
the fact
more
that he went to
authentic.
Funk Flex,
It was more
and he spit
authentic.
170 bars, and he still could rap.
Right.
Like, that's the culture to me.
You know how many times I done heard a
the hip-hop
song and I'd be
culture.
like, who wasted that beat? Who wasted that production?
Exactly.
Like, this was such a waste.
He had to fit into the popular music.
Somebody
They had
else
to
should have
make
been
popular
rapping
music.
on this song or rapping in a different
Facts,
way.
man.
I think the mainstream is honestly whack because all they doing
Like
is
what?
pushing songs. It's just pushing
Microwavable
stupid.
music, man.
It's stupid shit. The same
Man.
shit, like you said, the repetitive shit, the shit that you hear all the damn time over and over. I fuck bitches, I shoot niggas, I do this. I'm so tired of songs like that. It makes me ill. Like, and honestly, all the younger generation, that's all they hear now. So they think that shit is cool. You know what I'm saying? So now they're adapting to that lifestyle, thinking that they're actually living that lifestyle, and they're not. And so that's what's going on. What's wrong with our youth now is that they're thinking that this music is really real, you know, and it's not. It has nothing to do with it.
I'm going to take it a step further, even outside of the detrimental effects that it's having on our youth, on our community, how it paints a picture of us to the outside world. One thing you will never see canceled, you know, because cancel culture is big. They talk about it all the time. One thing you'll never see canceled is the degradation of melanated women specifically, no different than what's going on in Gaza right now. When you keep hearing them talking about destroy, chop off the head of the snake, how do you do that? 70% of the population is women and children. If you destroy the women, they can't have babies. If you kill the children, they can't grow up to resist. So that's what they mean. And people want to argue, look, and who knows, we'll get in trouble talking about genocide on here, but this is happening in real time. This is happening. We're watching this with apathy in real time. All these children dying, you know, that's what they're doing. That's how they're cutting the head off, is through killing of the women and the children. And this is how the world, how influential music is in terms of image. Our image as Black women and men is firmly cemented in the eyes of the world, and it's reinforced through media, through music. You don't see nothing positive except just on Facebook passing and posting stuff around. That's the most you're gonna see with positivity. It's gonna either be in sports or nothing in real life. We don't have any role models, anything that's, you know, helping push a different narrative, not only, you know, for our young people, but for the world around us. Because when they see us, all they think about is what they hear, that, you know, men, they're angry, they're violent, they're animals, you know what I'm saying? We're sex crazed, drug crazed, and murder, kill. That's the only thing you're going to see associated. But you get on social media, these Black women is doing everything.
What gets televised the most? The Bad Girls Club. These bitches just fighting all the time. Like, for what? Every day. I mean, I don't see it. I don't sit there and watch this because that shit is mad ignorant. It's stupid. It's corny. But when I do browse through my Facebook and I see a post, the people who posting it, they're glorifying it. Oh, look at this chick fighting this chick. It's so sad.
It was all by design, though. It was all by design. Because, you know, they did the Colonel Commission report on urban disorder. You know what I'm saying? When we was rioting and we was fighting back against the police back when Rodney King got beat up. And what was fueling us was a strong sense of racial pride. And we was getting that shit from positive hip hop music. So what they did was they flooded the airwaves with negativity, with Black exploitation music and Black exploitation films. And that right there, they put an image of us that we seen every day. We seen it every day. And they put it in front of us and they laughed about it. And so we laughed about it. And then that became what being Black is in America.
Thank you.
Like if you ask a Black kid to name you 10 things that it means to be Black, be like, yo, give me 10 things that makes you Black. Like, what makes you Black? You're not going to hear him say 10 positive things. You're going to hear him say things that's killing him. He's going to say, I love fried chicken. He's going to say, I smoke bud, I drink porn. He's going to say a whole bunch of negative things because we only think negative things make us Black because we have adapted to being, I hate to say this word right here, but we have adapted to being niggas. We think we niggas. If a white celebrity says nigga, black people get offended. Why? Because black people think they're niggas.
Right.
And we get mad at white people for saying the word. We got to get mad at ourselves for thinking that we niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But what does that bring you to? Culture. We do not have culture. Our culture is manufactured. Our culture is what they tell us. Look how our culture has transformed over the years, over the generation, and how it's deteriorating. When we think of culture in other places, you can go to Mexico, they got culture. Spain, they got culture. India, they got culture. You can go anywhere in the world and they have culture. We are a lost people here in America. I keep telling people that.
Where the black town at?
That's all you see over here. They're united. They're united. Everybody's united but us.
We don't have it, man.
America don't have culture. What do America celebrate? Wars. We got World War I, World War II. We got war monuments. We celebrate generals. You know what I'm saying? We don't have any culture because our identity was stripped from us when we came here. Our identity is what we chose to make it. And when we tried to make our identity mean something more, it was an active campaign to destroy it. And so now, what is culture? What is black culture? How do you define that to your children, here in America? Because there's nowhere we can go in the world that we're not hated. We can't even go back to Africa for what? They think our blood is tainted. They don't like us over there. If you ever looked at conversations between Africans and Black Americans, it's so ignorant. We talk about them as if they, feed the children and that they live in huts and, and that they dumb and, jungle people and they look at us and it's horrible. Where can we go?
We've been colonized though, mentally and physically though, everywhere. So even in Africa, the melanated people been colonized mentally and physically. And so, we've been programmed to hate each other. But if you go to certain places, like because we hate each other here, so it don't even what would you expect the Africans to think about us? We kill each other here. We hate each other here. So why would he trust us over there? Why would when we go over there, would they love us over here when we rap about killing each other? When that's what the number one rapper that makes the most money in America raps about killing black people. So in Africa, my coworker told me back in the day that they got a store called Nigga. I swear to God. They got a song. They got a store called Nigga, and they sell clothes that rappers with. Wow. And the name of the store is Nigga. So what I'm saying to you is that they not wrong for that.
They're not.
This is what I'm saying. Is that what you? But it's called Nigga, and they sell what we wear because that's who the niggas are globally, and that's not a good thing. It's so the industry that we talking about when we talk about why we doing this shit for the underground is because that's what matters. The underground need to be above ground because it used to be. Rap is not. A conscious rapper is not a conscious rapper. If you go back to what rap is, then rap was conscious. They was talking about what they seen in their reality, and it just so happened that some people that wasn't from where they was from got a hold of it, and they let the world hear it, and then they turned it into a product that was going to make money. And so now it's not about the culture up there. It's not about the culture. It's about the money that the product can make. So it doesn't matter what the people need to hear. What only matters is what we want them to hear, what we want them to do.
That's why
it don't matter what
doing shit now.
The culture don't exist up there. It's different. It's all about pushing an agenda, whatever agenda they want to be pushed. And that's the significance of the underground.
Whatever it is work. It works.
It works.
And it works.
Tell me, what does the future look like for DaTunnel Radio, underground music, and where you see it here, in the future?
So we, 2024 is going to be amazing for us. We're going to have, the app available, you know what I mean, for them to be able to be watched on, your smart TVs and all that. Yeah, so you can watch it like that. And what else, man? We got the working on that syndication. We got the information.
Really?
We just got to put the money behind it.
That is all I've ever dreamed of for you all. That's what I see.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I need you guys to be heard loud and clear all over the nations. Definitely. You guys are so relevant. So relevant to music, to our manufactured culture. Because even though it's manufactured, we can build. We get to build on top of those things. Though we get to have conversation about what we hear, what we're listening to. And you guys, your minds aren't stuck in the mud. I can tell you this. I promise I haven't listened to another review show. I haven't listened or participated in because it don't compare. And I don't mean that to, to shit on anybody else and what they're doing, but what they're doing is not what you're doing and not for the same reason. I don't see no love for music. I don't see no love for the culture. I don't see love for the artist. I don't see no love for building, for networking, for collaborating, for bringing people together to say, hey, I like how you sound. Let's work. Let's put in some work together. Let's build together. Let's share in this amazing love for music and get it pushed and get it out here because, when you grow, we grow. And that's just that.
Vice versa.
And vice versa.
And I definitely appreciate that, honestly, because that's what we push. Like, that's why we're different from other review shows or other people in general, because we really want to do this for the artists. Like,
you're not a review show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. From any other show, period. Like, we really do it for love. We do it for the culture, and we hope that we can continue to do it for the culture.
Just provide things for them, Black Coats won that Barbarians in the Tunnel tournament, and we nobody paid to sign up, and we investing money in the reward.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Tell us about that. Barbarians in the Tunnel, what it was, what it is, and
So
tell me all about that.
So Barbarians in the Tunnel is a track versus track battle, concentrated on the bars, you know what I mean, between the rappers. And wasn't expecting to get asked that question. He said,
but it's good practice, right? It's good practice because you're going to need it when you become syndicated and other people are giving you a better interview than what I am.
This is great. This is great. Absolutely.
This is only the second time we ever been interviewed anyway. We don't fuck with nobody.
But season 1 of Barbarians in the Tunnel we had 16 artists competing amongst each other in a track versus track battle. It was super dope. You know what I'm saying?
The one with the most bars was gonna come out on top.
Yeah, we try to just do it about the bars, just
for that tournament. You know what I mean? Like we do definitely gonna work on one that's, so
okay. And how's the tournament set up? It's set up like a bracket, right?
Yeah, it is set up like a bracket. Well, right now for season 2. So season 1, we have Black Coats who won. So, kudos to him. He definitely worked his ass off. He came out and started swinging and never stopped.
Man. So and I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
As a listener.
And season 2 right now, we have a total, as of right now, of 22 participating, 23 participating artists. And I'm so looking forward to that. But it is like a tournament. So whoever participated in season 1, they won't be battling the first round because, they
deserve
basically, they deserve to sit down and watch now their new competitors, which honestly is still going to be some new fire artists.
I can't wait.
So I'm excited about that.
I cannot
They're going to
wait.
be in round 1.
That's amazing. That is so amazing. Tell me, is there anything that you guys would like my audience to know about DaTunnel Radio, what it is, what it isn't, which you've highlighted on? Hey, the review show is not from the host, not from the DJ. It's from the audience. They might get some personal fires because, hell, that's natural. Like, shit, that shit is popping and it deserves some fire, period. But other than that, is up to those that are tuning in at the moment to listen to and to review because that's their audience. You aren't their audience. You are just there as a medium helping them, deliver us, some fire-ass tracks.
And that's, we are a platform for all artists to come out and let other people hear your craft. Who are we to say, hey, that song is not good? Because in all reality, there's so many different types of audience for different types of songs. We're not going to have the same taste for the song. So we try to give everybody an opportunity to get heard, but then we also leave it to the audience to decide whether or not they like it. Because in reality, they would have been the ones to purchase your CD, to purchase your mixtape.
And that happens a lot. It happens a lot in the tunnel where people, like, even if it's artists listening to it and be like, oh shit, that shit is out, and they streaming it now.
There you go.
Every day, or they add it to their playlist and shit. So, and that's what it was built for. But That's why we throw the Zoom link up there, because we read the comments every night and we like, damn, these people got some good insight on music too. Like, okay, I like that comment right there. Let's put the Zoom link in the comments and let them join the conversation. Yeah, except for the event.
Oh my God, I cannot read comments and events. I be on full blown professional mode.
As you should. As you should be. As you should be. People don't understand the logistics that goes into putting on, I can only imagine, a show just like a podcast. The logistics of everything I have to do to get ready to edit something totally different. But, you know, for you all, married with children and just working in life and putting all this, you know what I'm saying, together for artists. I hope people and the artists do appreciate you all. The fact that you are giving them a platform to have their music, you know, be heard and listened to. You know, what I would like to eventually see is a culture, because you create your culture, right? Because we talk about culture, and culture is, you know, is the key word for the show today, is that DaTunnel Radio creates a culture where people know that when you come up in this space, act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That when they see other people of like minds collecting that had just the love for music and for the art and for the creative aspect of it, and they start seeing other people commenting positively, or even if it's negative criticism, because hey, trolls, what's a show without trolls? Of course. Right. We all have our favorite troll, you know.
Can't stop them. They
definitely got a couple of trolls in the tunnel.
Right, definitely. On purpose, and they trolls on purpose, and that's what's up. They hype up the comments. They just like you. Your job is to hype up the audience. I love them too. I love the trolls.
Yeah, I love them too.
I just don't like disrespect towards the show itself.
There's a line, a fine line.
Yeah, absolutely. You could be a troll, but never disrespect what we're doing, because what we're doing is for you. You know, it's for the people. And you benefit, absolutely. Like, you know, that's the one thing I don't want. I don't want somebody to be unappreciative of what we're doing, not knowing what we're actually doing for them. You know, like, don't take us for granted. What we're doing is really, we're doing this for you. Where else can people hear your music? Nobody's going to know unless you have, you know, you go to these platforms and you give them your music and let people hear you.
You know, like, you know, you come in here, nigga, we playing your shit. We ain't got we playing it back to back for free. Like, we just playing nigga shit up the list. We don't be trying to like stretch it out too long so we can get paid to skip that shit. Like, we know the rules of that. We talk to all of these niggas behind the scenes. I ain't trying to blow up the spot. I know people might listen to this shit. My fault.
Of course, and I think that comes back down to connection. People don't really.
I won't blow up other niggas' spot and be like, these niggas be prolonging the show.
Oh, so I don't know what other people do, because I don't see other people. You know, but as far as our show, I'm just saying that
we don't do that.
I don't want somebody to be like disrespectful towards the show. Meanwhile, all we're doing is promoting you. We're supporting you, promoting you, bigging you up.
That's something, you know, you don't want, but we already know has happened and will happen again. Simply because, you know, once again, we dealing with the people problem, you know, and when people aren't organically themselves, or, you know, or they got issues or they got problems, and they think that, okay, we see these two hosts here, they play our music, we interact occasionally or whatever, they think that they know you like that, and that you are supposed to have allegiances. You are supposed to, you know, act a certain way instead of being neutral. You know what I'm saying? Understand that the hosts are neutral. You do not know me. No matter how much I spill and purge on this microphone that may make it seem closer to me. Yeah. You know, that's the goal. I want you to hear me and understand me and find me relevant and relatable, but that still don't mean that you know me. So, you know, for you to treat me in a way as if you do, or anything that I do is negative towards you, because I don't know you either. And what you're showing me, I don't like. I wouldn't want to be associated with you or have you associated with my show or anything that I'm doing, because you're not good people. And that's just it.
Yeah,
we need good people around us. And I like to see
we definitely get that a lot too here in the tunnel, where it's so hard, because I don't think a lot of people realize that we get thousands of songs for real. We get so many songs, so many different artists. We may socialize with artists more than other artists, and you know, we just try to keep it as neutral as possible, because we don't want anybody to think, oh, look, we like this person more than, you know what I'm saying? It's a sad thing to think about, but we try to just keep it
People think like that.
real
think
and
like
the same way with people.
Like that, so
yeah. We don't think that way, but we're just saying we know that people do.
Right.
Just because it's come across us. Yeah.
So we didn't know that shit.
Yeah, we didn't know until we had a lot of people say this and that, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, what's going on?
Right. I like to make a song.
Right. We like people because we like people. We don't just pick and choose just for the fun of it, you know?
Right. I love it. But, and I love you all, and I love DaTunnel Radio, and
appreciate that.
You know, when I blow up, I want to be an investor and invest because I believe in you all, and I believe in your mission. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all talking to me and just connecting with me and building with me and just being open. I strive all the time about making quality connection, having positive interactions with people, because even if we were never to talk again, I want people to leave their experience talking with me and be able to feel like they had a good experience, that they had a good quality interaction, that it was something that poured into them, good energy, good vibes. And that's how every interaction you should be left with. And you guys
definitely before we go, just know that we definitely had a great conversation, a great build. And honestly, I really love you personally. I want you to know that, like,
I love you guys too.
I love your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big heart person. So I don't know, something with you, I'll be like, yo, I really love her. Like, she's so genuine and authentic, and it's hard to come by, you know, like it's crazy.
I recognize that, you know.
It's a crazy world out there.
And it's a lonely existence when people are far and few, you know, in between that are like minds. And to me, I chop it down to people not being able to recognize genuine intentions anymore. People aren't used to
That's
authenticity,
what it is too.
To good people, to the point where everything is motive based, that it's hard for them to believe somebody like me exists, that just love people, love to connect, that, you know, want to push the needle for humanity in a different direction than where it's going. And we're so used to the bad that when good comes around, it's just like, you know,
it's too hard to believe. You be like, wait, hold up. Is she scamming?
Right?
You know?
What is the motive?
Are these people even real? Are they a robot?
This is a simulation. I'm a sim. Look, I tell people all the time.
That's how this world is, though, that we can't even fathom that there's people out there that are actually genuine, you know, because there's so much fucked up.
It is.
Right.
But that's why
listen to the podcast, damn it.
Amen. Listen to the podcast, damn it.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Definitely shout out. Tell me where we can listen to DaTunnel Radio, when, where, how.
Yo, man, you can catch us on iHeart Radio for playback of it. You can catch us on Spotify and Pandora as well. DaTunnel Radio, DA, tunnel like tunnel, radio like radio. And then, you know, usually, as long as everything is good, 6 nights a week, we live on Facebook at 9:14 p.m. That's 9:14 p.m. live on the Tunnel Radio Facebook page.
And that's,
you know what I mean?
Eastern time, right?
Eastern time, my fault. Yes.
It's all good. All good. Clarification is good. We want people to know exactly where to go after they listen to this episode and be able to find you all so they can find those hot tracks you be sharing and dropping. And I'm telling y'all, that's where it's at. We got some dope artists in the Tunnel Radio that should be mainstream, that I would listen to, support, and have. I don't tell people what I do. I don't, you know, have a need to share how I support, you know, other people and artists. But I know if people love music like I do, that they will go buy and they'll go support and they'll do whatever that they can, just to, because even at the end of the day, it may seem small, just my contribution, but to me, I am investing in somebody's confidence, and I'm investing in energy. I'm investing in them and helping them, you know, keep them wanting to do more, to be like, hey, you know, I'm just one. That could be two. That could be somebody else, you know, and before you know it, it's a domino effect. And that's just it. I just want to be a light, and I want to support people. And I'm so lucky to have found DaTunnel Radio, because this is totally off track from what I do. just finding you all led me to down a creative track I didn't know, doing some spoken word and sharing my poetry. That's something I would have never done if I had never come to the Tunnel Radio. So
that's deep.
that definitely, the Tunnel Radio is definitely birthed that in me, and I couldn't even be more thankful for you all for that. So that's something that you did. Know that you're out here making a difference, even if you can't see it.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna go cry now, y'all. I'll see y'all later. I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night.
9:14 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be back tonight. Straight up, just like that, just like that. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you.
Likewise.
For real.
Shout out to the BlakkMomba and Unfiltered, man. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely.
Man, that was a beautiful building session with some beautiful people. I am truly thankful for virtual connections with dope souls. Real recognize real, and it don't get no realer than what you just heard. Shout out to the Tunnel Radio for being two of the dopest souls online that I have gotten to not only build with, but exchange beautiful energy with. Be sure that by the end of this episode, you go like and follow all of their socials and tune in at 9:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday, to listen to the hottest underground music artists and producers from all over the world. And especially if you're in the music industry yourself, I implore you to go check them out. Momba can guarantee that you won't be disappointed. Links to the Tunnel Radio are provided in the section below, along with the podcast. Thank you again so much for your time, your energy, your ear, for your support of authentic and higher vibrational content. It would be so beautiful of you to drop a review on whatever platform you are tuning in from. It is one of the best ways to support the podcast, and it's free. But if and when you feel moved to and are able, you are more than welcome to donate to the show and plant a seed. The donation link is provided below along with all the others. Once again, thank you so much for being here with me. Until next time, be good, be safe, stay healthy, and remember to drink your water. Water is life. Peace.